Hey everybody, and welcome back to the video where we're going to continue with creating our model for the paddle chair or the paddle bench model. Now, up until now, this is what we've created. We've created the low poly and the high poly version. If you followed along so far, your model should look like more or less like this. The only difference that I've done on mine is that I've basically copied these elements over on this side. And the reason is that now that in this video I want to unwrap it, or UVW unwrap it, I want to make sure that everything here is going to have its own individual UV space, which in turn means that I'm going to get a lot of, or everything to have unique textures. I don't want anything that has textures on this side to be translated over on this side as a copy. All right, so once we have this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select everything and I'm going to export it out as an OBJ. Down to export, export selected, create a new folder, call it exports, wherever you want to do this thing, and choose an OBJ and name this paddle _LP and save it down. Click export. In this case, we don't really care about the smoothing groups or anything. This is just to get the UV map. So export and click done. All right, so now let's go over to Unfold 3D and start unwrapping this model over there. All right, so inside Unfold 3D, let's go over to File and go Load OBJ. From here, choose where you've exported out the OBJ that we just exported out from 3ds Max and click Open. This will import it in here so we can start working on it right away. Now, I want to quickly take my seats here, like that. Just select those and isolate them. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead, select these polygons and these ones from this side. I know that I have a perfect chamfer, so I can just increase the selection by clicking on the plus on my keyboard. This will extend it outwards for one polygon, and I'm going to click on the C. That will make it a border there. So that's going to make a cut. So now I also want to get in here, select all of these edges. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Control L to get the loop and C to get the selection. With this done, I'm just going to click on Unfold, and I have a perfect unfold for the UV mapping for this element. All right, so back to show everything. Cool. I know that I have this thing already unwrapped. Let's select these guys next. Again, isolate them. Come in here, select just the mid parts of all of the paddles. And since we know for a fact that when we were modeling this, we made it so it has a continuous loop going across the whole model. So now I press Control L, it's going to give me that loop going across the whole model. So I can press C and make the cuts. So these are planar projections. It's going to be very easy. The only thing that I'm going to have to do here is probably just go in here, go down here, cut another one. Try to get that middle one. Yeah, like that. Same thing over here and here. Control L and C. That's going to make another cut. Let's go over to this side. So one selection over there, one there, one there, and we don't have to put one in here, but it's going to be okay to cut the length of that top polygon. So Control L and C. And now when I unfold, it's going to give me something like this. We will have some issues at the moment, but those are easily fixable. So I'm going to select all of these guys, move them upwards, and just optimize them a bit, move them here. So I'm just going to try and very slowly or actually what I'm going to do is go in here, select all of those edges, Control L to get the whole straight line, and just click on edge horizontal. So now when I optimize, it will get those edges optimized, and I can use the optimized brush as well, which should generally give me a good result like this. Smooth it up with the unfold brush, and now optimize it well, and still not giving me the option that I want. So let's try one more time. Okay, so for some reason some were turned. Optimize well. Okay, so once we put unfold, they should work just fine. All right, let me get these guys as well. Move them upwards. What I'm trying to do now is get all of these edges that I have here, like that. Select all of them, like so. L, and hit the straight or edge horizontal. I'm going to optimize. That will make them straight, so we're not going to get any distortion. Now select these guys. Remember, we're trying to get everything to be as straight as possible. So I'm going to get all of these edges like that, even these. Select these and click on edge horizontal like that. Select these two. Yep. And what I want to do is one more time, get in here. Please select these two. Click on edge horizontal. So now when we try and relax everything or optimize it, we're going to see that those guys that we just basically made him constrained on the horizontal are going to be straight like that. So okay, this thing can go side. Select everything. Now make sure everything here is island rescaled, so everything is the same size. Optimize like that and back it together. All right, those are fine. All right, so show everything, and let's continue with the rest. So we have these two guys. Again, isolate. Now I can either break these two down, like one can have this piece and this can be the other one, but instead what I want to do is I'm going to select these elements from this side as well, like that, and this side, and here as well. Press the plus. We just want to make sure that we don't miss out on anything over here. Let's just quickly check this out and see if it's right. Yep, everything is right. Press C. That will make the necessary cuts. Select that edge over there, or that polygon, the ones on the top and the bottom. Again, plus and C. That will make the necessary cuts. One cut in there to help with the corners. One over here, Control LC. That's going to make those cuts. Select this, Control LC. And on the interior portion, Control LC. So now when I hit unfold, yep, I'm getting these guys already unwrapped, so move them over to the side. So now slowly just move them around and see how they are actually getting unwrapped. Okay, those are fine. What is this? All right, this for some reason is not getting well optimized. So let's see what the problem is. Thing is fine over there. Well, I guess it's just, there we go. Unfold, optimize. It's one of those little glitches that usually happens when you're getting everything done from the same time. So get this thing down like so. All right, so next thing, for now I'm just going to leave them outside like this, and we're going to pack it up later on once we have everything finished up. So let me check, show everything, and let's continue with the cylinders. I'm going to start off by actually selecting both of them and isolating them so I can work on both of them at the same time. I'm going to select this edge and this edge, and this edge and this edge. So Control L and cut. This will help me get that cut over here, cut over here. All right, do the same thing on this side. So interior edge, exterior edge, Control L, cut, base and top, cut. All right, this should be enough. So when we unfold, we get pretty much exactly what we were expecting. So select those two, move those two, and again, just like what we did previously, select those edges and these ones, Control L to get the whole loop, edge horizontal, optimize, and so now when we back everything up together, everything's going to be just greatly unwrapped. So show, move this thing to the side. All right, awesome. All right, let's go ahead with the bases, and I'm actually going to select my anchors. So isolate again, and now let's go from here. What I'm going to do is first of all, I'm going to get those two polygons and these two. Again, increase the selection, so plus on my keyboard, C to cut the corner edges on that side, plus the corner edges on this side. Control L to get the whole loop and cut. Do the same thing over here on that side and on this side. Oops, make sure we get the center one. Control L, cut. So that should be enough for the bottom. Let's go ahead and just do this as well. So those two edges, or those two polygons. Now, actually, you know what? Let's select this edge, Control L, like that. The one on this side, Control L as well. And that should give us the whole loop going across the whole thing. Because from what I can see in here, we have a chamfer with only one cut, or one inside edge. So Control L, this should go all around. So C to cut. I want to get this upper piece as individual one, so cut over there. Get those top ones, cut, select the bottom, the tops over there as well, so cut, and now let's hit the unfold and see what we have. All right, I think actually this is more or less what we were hoping to get. So now all we have to do is go in here and try to make everything to be straight, so the grain of the texture goes with it and it doesn't have any weird angles for it. So let's just move this thing down. All right, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Move this thing up. Yeah, that's good. Good enough. Let's select these guys and again do the same thing with the horizontal alignment. Move it over here. Move this thing as well. All right, awesome. So let's go in, select all of those edges. Select these manually like this, so Control L to get the whole loop. Make sure we don't miss out any of these. Control L and edge horizontal. So now if I select all of these guys, I'm gonna hit optimize and all of them are gonna be straight. All right, great. So I just want to take these really quickly. Orient them right. Okay, that's cool. Move these guys around. This is not the final position, but I'm just trying to get the bearing right on them. So I'm going to move this thing to the side and show. Cool. So the only thing that's pretty much left is these two pieces and our rope. All right, so isolate. These are actually just pretty simple polygon cylinders. So get the corners, loop and cut, one on the bottom, loop and cut. All right, so let me find where this thing is. All right, there it is. So loop, cut, same thing on the bottom, loop and cut. All right, and for this, what we're gonna do is, since this is actually just like the one that we just unwrapped, this is a cylinder. And even though it has a bit of a swivel on it, it's not going to be a problem because we just have to select the caps, cut them up like that, select one edge on the interior, cut, and that will translate across the whole thing. So I'm going to hit unfold. And it's going to give me this whole thing as one stripe, which is exactly what we were hoping to get. So go. Make this thing over on this side, over on this side. And now for this thing though, since there's quite a bit of there's going to be quite a bit of information in here that we want to bake onto this thing, I'm gonna cut this thing apart a bit and give it a tad bit more textile space than the rest. So I'm gonna optimize this thing like this, and actually what I'm going to do is select all of these edges, Control L and edge horizontal, and optimize them. So this is going to make them straight, and it's going to make it easier to work with it. Now, like I said, I do want to cut this thing apart a bit, so it's going to get more textile. So I'm going to textile space, so I'm going to cut about there once and one more time over here. So Control L and cut. All right, cool. So there we go. That can work. Move it over and show. Let's see if we got everything here. All right, everything is done. So select everything and hit on the island rescale and pack translate. This is going to pack up everything with the actual size, so everything has the same textile density. So from here now we can either take this as a granted, or we can try to optimize it just a tad bit so we get a bit more out of this texture. And now this is where usually you spend a lot of time trying to get everything to fit right, but I'm not going to be doing this thing on the video because I don't want this thing to take another 20 minutes. So I'm going to do this really quickly, and I'll be back with you guys momentarily, and you're going to see what I end up with. Alright, so after a few minutes, this is more or less what I ended up with. We have quite a bit of more free textile space left, but for this model, I think this would be more than enough. I've placed everything within the 0 to 1 space. There are no overlapping UV islands, and the only thing that's out of size is basically these 3 islands, which are, like I said, the elements for, or the islands for the UV space for the actual ropes. Now from here, I can go to save my OBJ, and then I can take that same OBJ that I exported out of Max, re-import it, and from there I can get it ready to export into Substance Painter for baking. And from what I can see, we've been going on for another 20 minutes in this video, so I'd like to cut this video short over here. And in the last video, we will take the model that we just UV unwrapped over here, take it back into Max, like I said, and do the whole preparation for Substance Painter, export it there, bake everything, texture it out, and get it ready for Unreal. So hope you guys had fun so far and you learned something new. If you do have any questions, leave them below. I will meet you in the comment section of the video. If you enjoyed the video, then please click the like button, and if you're not subscribed, now is a great time to do so. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye.